trying to move that glare. What's going on, fam? It's your boy L Boogie coming through with another video. You know I'm blessing the Lord, highly favored, excited about Jesus, excited about the word of God. My cup running over and I still want some more. How about you? Alrighty. What's going on, trucker? I'm just keeping it in the road, man. Well, I want to go over a few things, relationship building and just a few things while I'm taking this little break. And if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me. Make sure I'm on here and I'm sounding good. I want to go over a few things that a few people have asked me about, different questions and stuff like that to ask the agents, and also building relationships. And so for the first thing, if you guys ever need any help, like once you get on with Landstar, you can always call your BCO advisor. But once you get on with Landstar, there are several groups that you can get on and get in if you're on with Landstar. So if you're on Facebook, they have, and this has been a helpful group for me. It's called BCO Mentoring. It's Landstar BCO Mentoring. You can get on that group right there and you can ask questions. You know, some people in the group, people are people. Some people may, give you a little jive about it, but who cares? It's for the most part, people gonna help you. Different people in there, they're gonna give you good advice. I've gotten some great advice out of that group. Also, there's another group called Landstar Helping Landstar. And so you can get in this group and ask questions also, and they'll give you some information. And so in order to get into the groups, I think you have to, you put your truck number in there, and then they'll look your truck number up, and then you approve. And that's just so they can keep people that's not, with Landstar from coming into the group. There's another group called Landstar Owner Operator BCO. That's a good group to be in. You can ask different questions. And I think about 10 good active groups on Facebook with a good amount of people. They even got a group for people that like to complain about Landstar, people who like to vent about the agents and stuff like that. So you can get on them groups right there, and they'll and you can ask questions and stuff. Another thing is, like when you're booking loads with whoever you're booking a load with, you want to make sure that you ask the right questions, okay? And I got a few questions right here that if you got a pen and a paper, or if you just want to come back later and check out the video, but I got a few questions right here that are imperative that you need to ask when you're booking a load with an agent. Number one, is there a lumper fee on both ends? So when you're picking a load up, is there a lumper fee? If you're dropping a load off, is there a lumper fee? You always need to ask that question, because you don't want to be surprised at the end where they say, oh, you got to pay $247 for a lumper. What? Hey, didn't nobody tell me that? And then you trying to call the agent, can't get in touch with the agent. You got to call Landstar, and Landstar's telling you to call the agent, and you're just getting the whole runaround, and it's costing you time and it's costing you money. So make sure that you ask them, hey, is there a lumper on either end? Okay, and make sure you get things in writing also. Whatever you do, you make sure you get your information in writing, or sent to you in an email, so that there won't be no mix-ups or nothing like that. Also, if you have pets, which I don't have any pets, but hold on, somebody calling. I don't have any pets, but you want to ask, are pets allowed wherever you're going to? And so, because some places they have a strict policy where you can't bring pets into their facility. Okay. Also, kids. You want to make sure that wherever you're going to, that which I think you got to be like 12 years old, 12 or 13 to be able to ride with Landstar. And so, if you're a child, and so you want to ask them, are kids allowed on the property when you're booking a load? And then if they are allowed, you want to make sure that you have like a safety helmet and a vest for them also when you're going in. Also, is the load a hazmat load? And if the load is a hazmat load, what is it? You know, and you want to make sure that you can send that information to Landstar, and so they can because there may be a couple of things on there that you can't mix, that you can't ride in the same load. So you want to make sure you send that to Landstar. Landstar will let you know, okay, you need to put this on there, or don't put this on there, or you don't need to take this load. And so make sure that you know if the load is hazmat or not. Also, detention. Make sure. That may take you a while to get detention. Like me, it done took me a week to get it before. I done got it in as little as a week. And the latest I done got it, probably like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, about 3 or 4 months. And it was like, man, waiting on that detention. When you finally see it on your check, you be like, oh, I forgot I had to wait 3 hours for them to unload this load, and they paid me detention. And so, so you want to ask about, okay, how much is detention? Because some people, they'll start it after 2 hours. Some people start it after 3 hours, and some people and when you get your freight bill, they'll put on there, okay, you have to wait for 8 hours. Then after 8 hours, they start detention. And so you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, that you get a verbal or and written down that detention is $50 an hour, $100 an hour, $75 an hour. How much ever detention is, you want to make sure that you have an understanding of how much it is. And so also do you have overnight parking? You want to ask the shipper or the receiver, wherever you're going to, do they have overnight parking? Because if you get there and you can't park and you messing up your time, you know, that's going to be you. And you know, in the trucking industry, you got to plan. You have got to plan. And if you don't plan, you're going to be up the creek without a paddle. Okay? So, do you have overnight parking? And also, do you have, hold on. Is there like a charge or whatever? Do you have to have any like freight blocks, or do you have to have any straps or you know, whatever you're taking? Do you have to have load bars? And so you want to ask those questions right there. Do you need any straps, load bars, you know, anything that securement devices? Do you need any special securement devices for this load? And you know, when you're on the phone with the freight agent, you know, be polite. No matter if they're being mean or rude or whatever, you want to make sure that you're being polite. Okay, be polite no matter whatever they got going on. You want to make sure that you're polite. And once you're polite, you know, some people will. Hold on, somebody else is calling me. Yeah, once you're polite, you know, you may get something good in return. But you want to, when you get on there, you want to ask them, the first thing you want to ask them, hey, is this load still available? So if you're picking up a load going from Atlanta to Houston or Atlanta to Dallas, you want to ask them, hey, I'm calling about this load going from Atlanta to Dallas. You want to make sure that that whatever you send on a load board, email that load to your phone, email it to, or, you know, text it to your phone, whatever. And so that you'll have it, so that you can look at it and be like, okay, it says that it's paying $3,000. I want to make sure that this load is paying $3,000, and make sure the agent is telling the truth. Because right here it says $3,000. You don't want to get them on the phone and say, yeah, we're paying $2,500. Well, I thought you said we're paying $3,000. Well, show me where it says that at, and then you can show them. You can email them what you just emailed yourself. So. And then once you're on the phone with them and they don't tell you all the details, you want to ask them, is there anything else that I need to know? Is there anything else that I need to know? And so, and they may tell you, okay, you need to make sure you get there an hour early. What's the earliest I can pick up this load? What's the earliest I can deliver this load? You want to ask those questions right there. And then I'm sure a lot of other people can tell you other things about what you need to ask. But usually when I pick up a load, those are the questions that I ask. How much is the load paying? You want to know that. You know, what's the latest I can drop it off? What's the latest I can pick it up? What's the earliest I can drop it off? What's the earliest I can pick it up? Can I drop it off early? Will they have another empty trailer there? Is there empty there that I can get once I drop this load? Or how long will the delivery time be? How long will it take them to unload my trailer? What time does detention start after I get there? You know, you want to ask them all those questions right there. And if there's anybody else out there who got any questions or anything like that, or you got any more questions that you would like to add to this, or whether you're a freight broker or an agent or a driver or BCO, you go ahead and put it in the comment section so you know we can give people some good advice. You know, and just make sure that when you're out there, you're building relationships with people. Ask them, hey, do you always have this load? Do you have this load every day? Do you have this load every week? Some people may say, look, I got this load every day for 3 months. Okay, you wanna go in and, you know, ask them that, and then ask them, do they have a load coming back from the place to where you're dropping off at? And so they may have a load coming back, and so you may be able to turn that into like some type of dedicated run. So ask them that right there. And also you want to get their information. And it's okay for you to know everybody, but make sure they know you too. And so you want to make sure that they know you, and that you know that they know that you picked up the load. You know, you want to make sure that you're staying in constant communication with them, so they'll get to know you. And you know, you're emailing them and you're calling them and you're asking them about, okay, what agent, what lanes do you usually have open? What lanes do you usually run? And what customers do you have that's on a dedicated basis? Or, you know, ask them, are they always looking for freight? And, you know, just different stuff like that. So ask them that, and once you ask them that, everybody